Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your fortnightly forecast with me, Raphael. I just want to say, so I'm opening these up this fortnight just as a little Christmas present or a holiday present from me to you. And I just want to say, so I'm fairly certain the members won't mind just this once. So with that said, happy Yule, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Christmas, whatever you do or don't celebrate. I hope you have a wonderful and joyous time. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us all, or should I say you all, on your paths to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the moon card. So very reflective this week, and it kind of makes sense, right? At this point, even if you're in the southern hemisphere, we are closing down the year. It's a very symbolically sort of quiet time, even though it is the holiday season and everybody's bustling around doing all kinds of wonderful stuff. It is a time where a lot of us get very pensive. And so it does look like this fortnight, not this week, over this next 2 weeks, you're really thinking about where you've been, what this year has meant for you, how you're just really taking time to take stock. A lot of you might be feeling somewhat more emotional than usual, which makes sense, right? Now, interestingly enough, the moon will be setting up a grand air trine as of Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve is actually going to be quite nice, but the moon will be coming into Scorpio on Christmas Day. So if you find yourself a bit more reflective, if you find that you are a little bit more pensive and that you're a little bit more subdued than usual, it would make sense, right? Even with the sun having gone through your sign, we are moving now towards the time of Capricorn and towards just a different time of the year, a different energy. I guess what I'm trying to say to you is if you don't feel completely high energy like you usually do, don't worry, don't fret. For your actions and options, you've got the Five of Swords. So this could potentially be an old dispute or an old argument of some sort that comes up for resolution over this next fortnight. And it does make me wonder if this is you reflecting on the way that something has gone and maybe giving yourself a hard time about how it's gone. Well, the message here is to do it differently, right? To give yourself a break. And more importantly, what can you or are you willing or ready or able to let go of now? Now, in terms of oh gosh, come on, brain. In terms of the options that are available to you, the Five of Swords, it gives you a chance to really set a record straight. And so I will say, if you get the chance to do that over this next 2 weeks, I would absolutely take it because it will make you feel a whole lot better. Now, for your communications and conversations, you've got the Death card. So this, I don't think a lot of you are going to quit your jobs or anything like that. Interesting, Moon, Scorpio. I don't think you're going to quit your job, but I do think a lot of you are done with letting the past or how you feel about something from the past rule your present. And if anything, I think this is a lot of you taking your power back into your own hands over this next 2 weeks. It's like you're really closing 2024 down in the proper or correct way for yourself. And you're choosing to end old disputes, right? You're just saying to yourself, I'm not doing this anymore. Whatever this might be, whatever merry-go-round I've been on or been a part of perpetuating, I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm moving on, I'm moving past it. Now, in terms of the quality of communication that you're having, the Death card, it's a little bit more insular, right? It's not a very talkative card, to be completely honest with you. It's more about observation. So for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, it looks like a lot of you are really taking stock about whether you have or haven't done the best that you could in your studies and maybe adjusting your course for next year. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I think this is you getting really serious about where the current job prospects actually can take you. So if you've, maybe been kidding yourself about like, oh, I'm sure they'll give me a promotion or I'm sure they'll push me forward in some way, shape or form. This is you being really honest with yourself and kind of realizing that actually that's probably not going to happen. Certainly, you're realizing that maybe you're not going to reach the position that you want in the company that you're in. And so you're making, you're certainly looking at this and saying, okay, I might need to make a contingency plan to go elsewhere. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, it looks like you were toying about with bringing an old service back, but you decide against it over this fortnight. It's like, no, whatever happens, I'm going to keep it moving, I'm going to keep it going. And then for those of you that are retired and no longer working, pay attention to your dreams over this next fortnight, because there could be some really powerful messages that come up. It could be from loved ones that have already passed, and the information that they're giving you is really pertinent. It's really funny because at the moment I'm quite sick. I had put my back out last week, which obviously lowers your immunity in and of itself, like when you have an accident, because your body's fighting off to heal itself. And now on top of that, I've got a cold and just all sorts, like it's all really kind of got on me. And last night I actually had a dream about going to buy some medicine, some cold medicine and stuff from the shop. And then today I was like, you know what, I'm going to follow that dream. I'm going to go and get the things that I need. So that's what I did. So this may be that they show up for you like that, like giving you some really good guidance or insight for your love and relationship, your significant other. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is a really beautiful energy, because the moon brings the emotion and the star card reminds you that before you were lovers, you were also friends. And this is bringing that energy back into the relationship, into the partnership. So it's making you feel pretty good. The star card is hope and joy. So it's kind of not necessarily banishing the previous two cards, but definitely lessening whatever impact they might have been bringing. For those of you that are single and looking, it could be a flirtation online. It could also be, though, maybe you've been having a dalliance or a flirtation online and you realise really quickly over this fortnight that actually this person isn't for me, but you know what? They're a really good friend. So, it's like just a moment of pure honesty. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Four of Cups. This usually says that there's some kind of hidden surprise or some kind of some blessing that you don't expect. But before it shows up, there's often a feeling of the melancholia, right? So I want you to be really, really gentle with yourself. And when it comes to the finances and the resources, just know that whatever you have or haven't purchased, you've got everything that you need regardless. And, life, Christmas, the holidays, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Yule, and all the rest of it, it's really not about the gifts. It's about the way that we actually treat each other at this moment in time. Now, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is your, there's a fair bit of water here. So it looks like some of you could, if you're partial to a little bit of a tipple, as most people are at this time of year, just know that your ruler Jupiter knows how to do excess. So I just want you to keep that in mind as a consideration, so that you don't overdoing it. All right. Now, when it comes to your home and environment, it may be that there was somebody that was supposed to travel to you that they're maybe not able to get to you for any number of reasons. If that is the case, I want you to know that whatever happens, it's going to be what it's meant to be. And truthfully speaking, it can and it will be a wonderful time should you decide that that is what it's going to be. All right. With that said, from my heart to yours, whatever you do or don't celebrate, I thank you so very, very much and so deeply. Happy Yule, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Christmas, whatever you do or don't celebrate, you know Rafi loves you. I got loads of good things that I'm cooking up for you for the new year. So stay tuned, take care, and I'll see you soon.